Okay, good afternoon. Okay, so as usual, okay, we will wait for another minute before there are a lot of people that's going to log on now. So as usual, if you attend my training before, please try to open your videos so that my colleague, COVID, can take attendance so that you will receive a certificate within 2 weeks. All right, so please try to open your videos. So wait for a while. Let's wait for another minute. So we're going to start. Okay, actually, today's program is a continuous program of last Saturday. Okay, so for those people that did not attend last Saturday training, please go to our Facebook or YouTube to get a refresher. All right, so we're going to start in about a minute's time. So again, thanks for joining me. And I know today is a Saturday, and obviously a lot of you have no boyfriends and girlfriends. That's why you're here with me. So yeah, so we hope that we're going to have a good time today. Okay, so yeah, we're going to start soon. All right, so Govind, did you prepare the slides ready? That part, the particular part, Govind? Yeah, okay, good. So can you shift to that part? Now, this is something new, okay? For those people who are already our existing students, who are already our existing students, I can see some of you familiar faces who are our existing students. You are entitled for this program. Okay, so I just want to explain to you this before I go to the actual training. So for those students that are currently in our Diploma in Business and Sales Management program or postgraduate diploma program, you are eligible for this program after you have completed your original program. Okay, it's called a 3+3 program, 3 months training, 3 months internship. But this whole program is actually in Singapore. Okay, basically it's 3 months training, 3 months internship, and if you perform well during the internship period, you will be eligible to get a full-time position in our country. Okay, the internship salary is between 1,200 to 2,000 Singapore dollars, and depends on how you're going to negotiate the salary between you and the employer. Okay, the internship is arranged by the trainee. So those people who has completed the program, okay, you'll be trained on how to get the internship. So if the trainees are unable to find an internship in Singapore, the school will assist you, but you cannot be choosy. All right, next slide. So this is the program. It's a certificate in business management, 6 months institution studies, 3 months industrial attachment, 3 hours per day, 5 days a week. These are the modules: fundamentals of effective communication, principles of marketing, market fundamentals of project management, industrial attachment. So this is very fast. Next slide. So this is for those people, I repeat again, that have completed our diploma program and postgraduate program. So you are eligible for this overseas internship option. The application fees is $50. The training fees is $200 the first month, and $200 second month, $200 the third month. Okay, and the miscellaneous fees is about $300. That includes medical checkup, medical insurance, card fee. You know, this is only for those people. I repeat again, for those people that wish to come to Singapore for internship and job opportunities. And it's only applicable for those students that have actually finished the diploma in business and sales management and the postgraduate diploma in business management. Like for example, Mr. Henry Levy is one of our current students. I can see your face there. So you are entitled for that. And let me see who else is. Yeah, I think there's another Vietnamese girl, Miss Long Kang Hu Yin. Yeah, I think she's one of our student as well. And I think Mr. Shady Nahim Hussein is also one of our existing students, right? So Anna Mary, you're entitled for this as well, okay? So for those students, this is a good option, okay? So it's something that you might want to consider after you finish the online program. And trust me, this program is super, 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 super cheap. Okay, really. Okay, if you don't believe me, you can do your own research and come back to me. All right, remove the slides. Okay, good. So let's start with the training now. So remember last week, I did mention to you guys about what's the problem with workers and employees and jobs and this and that, right? So today I'm going to enhance it. Enhance it means I'm going to explain to further details, because I think the current situation when it comes to jobs is a critical part now, right? This is where the critical part is at the moment for many young people like you guys, right? Especially, Sri Lanka went bankrupt, Pakistan is going to be bankrupt. And then there's a big protest in India. So, jobs are getting lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser. So now the whole issue is like that now. I want everybody to pay attention now. There are a lot of things that made job opportunities difficult. Okay, a lot of things. Number one, there are too many of you. I'm sorry to tell you, too many Africans, too many Filipinos, too many Pakistanis, too many Vietnamese, too many Indians. So all the governments in the world, okay, all the governments, whether it's a Central Asian government, whether it's a Mali government, or whether it's an American government, or whether it's a Vietnam government, they are finding difficulties to create so many jobs. You understand? They're finding a lot of difficulties to create so many jobs to fill up the population. Every year, you have thousands and millions of degree holders graduating. Okay, like the current universities that in your country, every year there are thousands of people graduating, right? So you have thousands of freshies. We have those people that lost their job, those people that want to change their job, those people that got retrenched because of their age, So all of a sudden, there's a cluster of people finding and fighting for jobs, okay? And then we have COVID, and then we have the inflation, and then we have the Russian war. So things got worse and worse and worse. You understand? So, and not only that, just like I mentioned to many people, do not be too happy about technology. More technology, lesser jobs. Nobody go to a travel agency to buy air tickets anymore, right? Nobody does that. Nobody go to find a website designer to create website now. Nobody does that. Nobody go to find a marketing person to do Facebook marketing anymore. Nobody read newspapers anymore. Nobody put advertisements on newspapers anymore. Nobody go to the library anymore. You see? So all these things are killing jobs. So this is what I always tell people. In today's job situation, you have to be a fucking warrior. Warrior. You know what a warrior is? Warrior means, please do not hesitate to take jobs away from others. Do you understand? That means when you see your friend has a job, you like her job or you like his job, there are not many jobs available which are similar like his job. So the key to jobs now is no longer searching for jobs. The key to jobs now is you have to be that good to get jobs. Do you understand? To be that. So what I'm trying to tell you is very simple. It's like what employers really want today. And I'm going to tell you something. I know a lot of you will not believe me, but I'm going to, because I am an employee. Remember, I met some of you guys months ago, right? And I told you this statement. The best jobs in the world are business and sales job, right? Remember the time when I did the orientation earlier on, and a lot of you didn't believe? Come on, I know you didn't believe. You did not believe, okay? You didn't believe that there are so many job opportunities for business and sales people. So I'm going to explain to you the technical side of what do I mean by this. Now, imagine now, if you have a company, what do you need first? Sales. Without sales, no money, no nothing, right? Now think about all those companies that you're working for today. Okay, some of you are actually working, who has a current job. Maybe Miss Lee Wai is an accounting girl. She looks like in accounting, What do you think your boss need in your company? Sales. Yeah, sales. Okay. Now, what do you think Pakistan need now? Sales. Really? What do you think Central Asian region needs now? Sales. What do you think Philippine government need now? Sales. What do you think all the companies, listen to me, okay? Tesla retrenched 15% of its workforce. Why? Not enough sales. You see, not enough sales. So what do employers really want today? Sales people. I'm telling you, sales people. Now, so now you know what kind of positions employers really want. Salespeople. Seriously, I need 500 salespeople. I myself, my company needs 500 salespeople. Okay, I'll be honest with you. All right, so that's number one. So number two, okay, now, and this is also a very important technical aspect of this magical question. If you look at all the current companies in the world now, the number one people that will always lose their jobs are the operation people, engineers, technicians, hospitality people, accounting people, admin people, positions like that, because these people cannot produce income for the companies. So, and then there's also another magical question. It's called limitation. If you look at what's happening in the world now, many people here are looking for a better job, but they don't want to do sales. Agreed? Agreed? Right? Because a lot of you would think that sales is selling, it's begging people to buy, right? Please buy from me, please. Why are you not buying from me? Why? Oh, it's so sad. It's so depressing, right? That's the reason why you don't want to do sales. So can you imagine I know I'm going to sound crazy now. Can you imagine that you are like this? 90% of your friends are like you. So don't you think that the sales jobs will be more? Think carefully, yeah. It's like like antiques, the more engineers, less engineer value. More IT people, less IT people value. More hospitality people, less hospitality value. The lesser you are, the more valuable you are. Okay, I'm just going to explain something. Just like in my country, Singapore has about 5.5 million people. Okay, 5.5 million people. We have half of our population are foreigners. Half, really half. Half of our population are really foreigners. So 2.5 million are true blue Singaporeans like me, born and raised in our country. So we will never be jobless because there are 1 million foreigners working in our country. So all our government need to do is to sack the foreigners and all of us will have jobs. So now you understand supply versus demand. Now, I cannot tell you that is engineering a good job or not? Is IT a good job or not? Is hospitality a good job or not? Because that's a very, very general question. But I can tell you one thing, if you're good in sales, no companies in the world is shortage of salespeople. Okay, so common sense. Let's imagine Miss Jennifer Bidea decided to open a flower shop. Okay, open one beautiful flower shop in the Philippines. She doesn't need 300 flower arrangers. She doesn't need. She doesn't need 100 admin staff to do the administrative work for her flower shop. She doesn't need one. But if all of you, all 120 of you can do sales, she will love you. She will hire 120 salespeople to sell flowers for her. Now you understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you that, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the world is moving towards a downfall because spiral downfall. And in September this year, perhaps it's going to be the most terrible situation in the last 20 years of human history when it comes to jobs. Okay, in September, unfortunately, many countries will be going into recession, including Singapore. Okay, we'll be going into recession. And when that happens, many major corporations like Netflix, Lego, Disney, Marvel, Facebook, Snapchat, Samsung, Sony, all these giant companies will start retrenching people. You understand? So when that happens, I always tell people, when obstacles happen, difficulties are coming, that is the good time to really sit down and understand what your priorities are as a person. You understand? Just like COVID made me understand what's wrong with my business over the last 10 years. Okay, this is very important. It's because you guys got to be mentally prepared that you will lose your current job. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? You understand what I'm saying? I want everybody to be mentally prepared to lose your current job. Because things will get worse, believe me. Things is getting worse. You understand now? So I want you guys to look at jobs in a different way now. Okay, I'm going to teach you something, and this is something really, really crazy. What's the difference between an accounting job, an actor, an engineer, a toilet cleaner, a teacher, a bus driver, and a factory worker? What's the difference? Think carefully here. What's the difference? When you work in a factory, you move your hands, right? Right? You do non-stop motion like this. Agree? That's what you do, because you are the factory operator, right? So you're doing microchips, you're doing the machinery thingy, you know. Right? So when you're a toilet cleaner, you're holding the brush like this, right? Right? You're sweeping the floor, you're mopping the floor, right? So it's also a non-stop action movement, right? Okay, good. So when you're an actor, you act your parts, right? Like actors speak. Romeo, Juliet, you know, whatever. You act in a horror movie. You start running away, right? Or you act in an action movie, a kung fu movie. Or maybe you act a gangster. A gangster movie. Right? Actions or hands. Verbal. What is sales? Verbal. Action. Now, this is something that I train my staff, and I hope I can train you. All jobs are bullshit. Really, think carefully now. All jobs are bullshit. What is a job? A job is action, verbal. That's it. Think carefully. Action, you move your hands, you move your legs. Verbal, you got to speak something. So for example, let's imagine that I'm in love with Jennifer. Jennifer, let's imagine that I'm in love with you, Jennifer. My dear Jennifer, please go out with me, Miss Baidia, please. Verbal. Verbal, okay? When I serve a cup of coffee in a restaurant, hi, Miss Giselle, Faith Bayachan, do you like coffee, tea, or eggs or French fries to come along with it? Verbal. Wendy, if you ask your husband to go watch a movie with you, right? My dear husband, please come and watch a movie with me. Verbal, right? When you ask Miss Giselle to buy a t-shirt from you, hi, Miss Giselle, please buy this t-shirt from me. Verbal. Don't you understand that? You know, you watched the movie The Matrix. Have you guys seen the movies The Matrix before? Seriously, to me now, I'm not working now. What am I doing now? What am I doing now? Is this work? It's not. This is not work. This is verbal communication, action. The problem with people, why they can't grow out from work, you know, they grow up, they have difficulties at work, especially during these hard times. A lot of you must be mentally prepared that shit will happen all the time. So what is work? Work is bullshit. Work is just words. Words. Think carefully about this. It's like Miss Debbie. Miss Debbie, do you have children? Please put a thumbs up. Bajao, do you have children? Oh, no, you don't. So let's imagine you have a beautiful daughter, right? So you introduce your daughter to your friends. Hi, this is Alice. This is my daughter. right? This is my daughter. This is Alice. Hi, this is a cup of coffee that I'm going to sell to you now. Hi, this is the watch that I bought recently, and I think it's a terrific watch. Please take a look. You see? You think carefully, yeah, everybody. What is work? Work is an action. You see, I see Miss Maricel, who said, so she's folding clothes for her family, and she doesn't get paid. Housewife don't get paid for shit. Imagine she's folding clothes in a hotel now. She get paid. Folding clothes, an action. And don't you understand? Everything we do is just verbal and action. Think carefully. After today, some of you will be going dinner, right? Outside for your dinner, right? Go to a nice restaurant, maybe with your boyfriend, your husband, your family, your friends. So when you eat with your family, you're sharing, right? You're sharing stories. Oh, my boyfriend is a stupid idiot. Oh, yesterday, story. I hate the Chinese guy on Zoom today. Yeah, story. The Chinese guy that spoke to us today, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Sharing, right? What's that? What's sharing? So sharing is presentation. Think carefully. Sharing is presentation, right? And then maybe you're trying to convince your husband to buy you the wallet that you want. Think carefully, yeah? So how do you ask things from your family, the things that you want? Dear, there's one special wallet that I saw yesterday at this shop, and it's selling at a good price. You're selling. You're selling, right? Some of you have friends, right? So your friends some of your friends will love fried chicken. They love to eat fried chicken. You hate fried chicken. So you're trying to convince your friends, hey, fried chicken is blah, 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 right? Right? Fried chicken is terrible. It's oily. Wow, you're trying to make up stories not to eat fried chicken. So what we're doing, don't you understand that work is not really work? Work is basically action and verbal communication. But because why a lot of you have difficulties at work, because you think that it's work. Oh, it's so hard. It's not hard. Trying to convince someone to marry you is hard. And you did it. Some of you did it. Why is marrying you easy? Now, who told you that you are the best person to get married? But you did it. So that's the reason why people are unable to reach the next level of work. Because if you don't open your mind about what work is, work will always be difficult. Will always be difficult. To me, it's a bit different. To me, work is action and verbal communication. How I talk to you is how I talk to my friends. How I clean my toilets is how I clean in a restaurant. How I convince my mom to buy me a watch is how I sell this watch to you. How you educate your children to study hard is how you educate your customers to buy things from you. That's what work is. Because if you don't understand the concepts of work, in September, when the shit comes, a lot of you will lose your job. Some of you might have jobs, but you have difficulties to move to the next level, and you have difficulties to change to another job. Like, I truly believe that 50% of you have difficulties changing to another job, right? Let's be honest, let's be honest, right? Half of you have difficulties changing to another job. So you always want to find the job that you are familiar with, that you are comfortable with. You see, right? Think carefully, you're just like accounting. What is accounting? Accounting is numbers. I hate numbers. So what is designing? Designing is basically use software, graphics, right? It's the same. Measurements, color fixtures, it's the same. So what is the action for accounting and graphic designing? Using a laptop, the fingers. Now, I honestly believe that work is the easiest thing to do in the world. Really. You see, like Miss Maricel is folding clothes now. Again, she's folding clothes for her family. Same. She can be folding clothes in a hotel for customers and she get paid. What is the difference? Like some of you put makeup, right? Some of the girls here like to put makeup, right? Yes or no? Yes, right? Some of the girls here are a bit vain and they like to put makeup. So when you put makeup on your face, what's the difference of you putting makeup on someone else's face? Think carefully now. Some of you are not chef. You're not chefs, you didn't go to a culinary art school, you didn't study anything to be a master chef, but you really can cook because your friends told you that your food is delicious, right? Right? Your relatives will say, oh, your food is beautiful. There you go. So if you can cook for your family, why can't you cook for a customer? Some of you, have hobbies, making cakes, making croissants, making desserts, things like that, right? You can make cake for 100 of your family members. So why can't you make cake for 100 of your customers? Some of you do the dumbest things. Think carefully. Some of you really have really dumb hobbies, like drawing, collecting stamps, watching football. You know all the football player names in the whole league, but you can't even remember your girlfriend's birthday. Ridiculous, right? Think carefully, especially the men, right? Or the car engine, the brakes, you know how to fix the air conditioner, you know how to do this, you do this, but you can't even work properly in a restaurant. So what's the difference? The difference is you are crazy. You think that work is difficult. Think carefully. Some of the ladies here, I'm sorry, my Filipino friends, Filipinos, please don't get angry with me. Jennifer, promise don't get angry with me. Diaby, don't get angry with me. Glady, don't get angry. Filipinos women are crazy and emotional. Yes or no? Put a thumbs up. There, at least you guys admit it. Good. Man, you are so difficult to handle. So difficult to handle. So what's handling difficult customers? Think carefully. The guys, the Filipino guys, your women are difficult to handle. And you handle them, but you cannot handle the customer. What the fuck are you talking about? Think carefully. Now, here again. Now, why do I have no issues talking to everyone? Look at me now. Okay, to me, okay, I can talk to an African, I can talk to a Central Asian, I can talk to a Vietnamese, I can talk to an Indian. No problem. Some of you can talk to your friends really, really well, but you cannot talk to customers. Don't you think it's strange? Think carefully. The simplest things is usually the best answer. Like for example, Giselle Faith Bayachan. Miss Bayachan, you look like a nice girl, okay? I believe when you come to your friends, you will 100%, right, Miss Bayachan? Yes, you look like a girl that you like, very lovely, a lot of friends. But when I get you to do sales, sir, I cannot talk. Sir, I'm shy. Sir, I don't know how to talk. What the hell are you talking about? Don't you understand all these small matters is actually stopping you from being successful? Think carefully. Think carefully. You know, you think carefully. I want everybody to think carefully now. So what is work? Okay, let me explain to you how you're going to survive this bullshit. The first thing you need to understand is that you got to really, really understand that whatever we do every day, every minute is work. Talking to your wife is work. Managing your children is work. Miss Maricel is folding so much clothes today. That's a lot of work. Look at how big her family is. She's like non-stop folding shirts. Non-stop. That is work. So if Miss Maricel is doing housework and she doesn't get paid, she can do the same housework in a 5-star hotel and get paid. You see, some of the ladies here, man, I know a lot of ladies, they like to do TikTok videos. Right or wrong? A lot of you like to do TikTok. Man, your TikTok videos is ugly and your TikTok videos are stupid, but you still do it. You still have the courage to really put so many stupid TikTok videos on TikTok. Why you have the courage for these things, but you have no courage to do sales and talk to customers? Think carefully. Think carefully. You see, so that's why people are struggling at work. We are struggling at work because we are not natural at work. You know the word natural? Natural means when you go to work, it's like every time when I talk to a customer, it's a true story. Yeah. I talk to the customer like talking to friends, and I don't even know who the fuck they are. That's natural. We have difficulties at work is because when we are by ourselves, we are different. When we are at work, we are different. By ourselves, everything is natural. Everything is natural. You know, natural. You'll naturally clean your place up. You'll naturally do this. You'll naturally do that. You see, it's natural. That's why it's so easy. But when we go to work, it's different. It's unnatural. We find that talking to this stupid customer, it's so difficult. But a Filipino girl is more challenging to talk to than a customer. All those guys will know if you have Filipino girlfriends, man, they will shorten your lives, you know. They will really shorten your lives, right? And don't get angry. Please do not go to Facebook and put hate comments, okay? Don't do that, all right? I have a lot of Filipino staff, okay? So don't I'm not prejudiced towards them, okay? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Just like the Vietnamese girls, right? Vietnamese woman is very fiery, very aggressive and fiery. Man, if you upset them, they will murder your whole family. But you still choose to be with the Vietnamese girlfriend. And you're upset with an aggressive customer. What's the difference? The difference is in your brain, you split both apart. You split both apart. So when you split both apart, this becomes hard. This becomes easy. But this is actually the same as this. What employers really want? They want you to be natural at work. That's what employers want. I know this is not what you study in school. You study in school, your school principals or whatever stupid deans told you that you must have triple masters, a triple PhD, or you must this. No. What employers want is they want workers that are natural. Only when you are natural, you can do your work well. Now imagine, again, let's imagine Miss Sally Guban. Okay, Miss Sally Guban loves her boyfriend a lot. Every time when she sees her boyfriend, she's crazy in love with him. Oh, this is my moon. This is my star. This is my love, like that, right? So can you imagine if she treat every customers like that? Man, her sales will go up. The boss will never retrench her. The boss will never let her go. You see, that's why a lot of people you see, it's true. Think about it. Those people that have jobs today, I want you to think carefully. Those people that currently who are working and have jobs today, do you feel natural at work? Do you feel natural? That means when you go to work, what kind of feeling you have there? Oh, fuck, man, I have to do so much shit. You understand? Do you feel natural? If you don't feel natural, I can guarantee you, you're not doing well at work today. You are not doing well at work today. I can guarantee you $1 million that you guys are so stressful, you guys are so worried, you guys are so scared of your current situation today because you are not natural. Now, this is important. I'm telling you, this is really, really important. To me, I really believe, and this is my sincere belief. Okay, now I'm going to share you a very racist story. This is very, very racist. Okay, but don't get upset with me. Okay, now I have a staff from India. Okay, this is a true story. A staff from India. Now, I cannot understand his English. Really, I can't. He speaks in a very heavy Indian accent. Do you understand? You understand? So a lot of people, not just me, the Vietnamese might not be able to understand him. The Africans might not be able to understand him. The Burmese people might not be able to understand him. Now, I don't speak perfect English, but I make my English accent understandable for everybody to understand me, right? So this Indian guy, who is my staff, he speaks with heavy Indian accent, where 90% of our company's population do not understand him. So I told him, man, if you're not going to change your verbal commands, man, I'm going to sack you. Because what's the point of me hiring someone that nobody understands. But this guy, English is okay. If you message him, you type, you write, he understands. He knows more difficult words than me. That means his vocabulary is even better than me. Right? And this guy is an older guy. He's 40 years old, 40 plus years old. So I told him, you got to change your accent. You got to change your accent. He find it very difficult. You know what he told me? He told me that, because I'm 40 plus years old now, it's so difficult to change my accent. So me being me, I said, shut the fuck up. That's bullshit. You know why that's bullshit? Because I see many Americans, Australians, Europeans faking Indian accent to make fun of the Indian people on TikTok and YouTube. So if the Americans can fake an Indian accent, why can't an Indian fake an American accent? Come to point number 2. If someone else can do it, why the fuck not you? Now, this is an important point. I want everybody to understand this. This is an important point. So I told the Indian guy, are you dumber than an American? Are you dumber than a UK person? So why is it that American can fake an Indian accent to make fun of you? And they do it really, really well. And you cannot fake an American accent. Think carefully. Point number 2. I repeat again. This is something that I cannot stand. If someone else can do it, you can do it. I repeat again. If someone else can do it, you can do it. Now, if you work for me, and if you cannot do it, maybe if Miss Debbie cannot do it, she told me, sir, I tried. It's so hard. It's so hard. This job is so difficult. The customers are too stupid. I cannot handle them anymore. If Debbie's going to tell me, Debbie, shut up, Debbie. This is my reaction. This is my reaction. I swear, this is my real, genuine reaction. Debbie, shut up. Please shut up. What the hell are you talking about? I see 15 people can do it. You can't do it. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? That's what I'll tell you. Okay? Because one of the biggest issues with people today is that people like to seek comfort. You know what seek comfort? They want people to sympathize you. Debbie, really? You cannot do it? Oh my God! The whole Philippines is unfair towards you, Debbie. Man, I need to write a letter to President Biden to make him understand you. That's what people want today. That's what people want today. Now, some of the older people here today, same thing. Now, I have big respect for people who are older than me, because they see the world longer than me. The older people will always tell me the same shit again. Sir, I'm old. Nobody wants me. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How is that true? But because that's the problem. The problem is people don't understand this. Think about it. Are you the kind of person that always want people to comfort you? Sir, it's so difficult. Sir, So do you know what's going to happen if I agree with you? Debbie, can you imagine I agree with you, Debbie? I agree with you, Debbie. Yes, it's right. You are right. That's it. Game over. You need to die now because it's hopeless. Debbie, please go to the kitchen, grab a kitchen knife, start murdering yourself now. Yeah, you're right. You're useless. Debbie, useless. You cannot do anything. Oh my God. How? Think carefully. Henry is from Africa. Can you imagine if I agree with Henry? Yes, Henry, your country is corrupted. That's it. Henry, you're right. You're right, Henry. Game over, man. Game over. Game over. That's it. We all gonna die. Do you want me to say something like that to you? What about Danilo, Mr. Danilo Tamayao? Same thing. I'm not sure which country he's from. Let's presume that it's Philippines. Huh? Okay, Danilo. Yes, it's true. Filipino people's salary is super shit. That's it. We shouldn't buy clothes anymore. We should burn our clothes because we have no money for clothes. Is that what you want to hear from me? Think carefully, yeah? Think carefully. Oh, yeah, you're right, everybody. Yes, you're right. We are all so stupid. That's it. Game over. You see, the problem with people is they don't understand. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Because an American can fake Indian accent. What the fuck? Why can't a Filipino fake an American accent to pretend to be an American? Think carefully. You know why? Because I told you before, everything is bullshit. Everything is staged. Point number 3, you have to act the part. What is acting the part? Now, I want everybody to imagine that you are an actor now. Okay? Everybody, imagine that you are an actor and actress now in fucking Hollywood or Bollywood or whatever you prefer. Okay? All right? Imagine now. So tomorrow, Wendy is going to act the part of a CEO. Ms. Nazgul is going to act the part of a professional English teacher. Ms. Debbie is going to act the part of a professional toilet cleaner. Ms. Gladys is going to act the part of a professional boxer. Ms. Maricel is going to act the part of a professional killer. Now think your positions now. There you go. That's work. Do you understand? That's work. Work is about acting the part. Everything we do in life is about acting a movie role. When it comes for you to become the father, you act the part of the father. When it's time for you to become the sister, you act the part of a sister and you don't negotiate. That's the problem with people today. They like to negotiate. Oh, Debbie would tell me, oh, sir, you know, I have no experience in this job. Debbie, then you should die. Danilo will come and ask me, sir, I cannot speak Chinese. I act the part. You see, that's the problem. You see, these three components, it matches. We fail in our jobs is because three things. Number one, we refuse. I use the word refuse to grow. We want everybody to understand our problems. The reason why I'm not growing today is because I don't have a fancy education. The reason why I'm not growing today because I am an African. The reason why I'm not growing today is maybe my skin is black. The reason why I'm not growing today is because I'm ugly. The reason why I'm not growing today is because I cannot speak English. Let me explain something to everybody. If the day I agree with you is the day your life is over. Do you understand? Can you imagine that? So you want me to really admit to you that because you are ugly and that's why you don't deserve to live? Is that what you want to hear from me? Is this what you want to hear because you're old? That's why the whole world do not want to hire old people anymore? Is that what you want to hear from me? It's because you are an African and your life is finished just because you are born in Africa. Is that what you want me to tell you? Is this what you want me to tell you? You see, that's the problem. That's the problem. Do not bring people down to your level. Don't do that. Like you see, I don't bring you down to my level. I push you up above my level. Because the day when you start pushing people down to your level, you are not the workers that the boss wants. Remember last week I mentioned to you, today's bosses are really, really different. They are really, really different. They don't want workers that say everything is difficult. They don't want workers that say everything is not achievable. They don't want workers to tell them, oh, you're miserable, your life is difficult. Think carefully. Is that what really you want to hear from me? Is that what you want me to tell you? Is this what you want me to tell you? Is this really what you want me to tell you? Tell you that your life sucks and your life is coming to an end and there's nothing you can do? Your salary will be $350 until the day you die. Is that what you want to hear from me? Think carefully. Is that what you want to hear from me? That you're dumb, stupid, and there's nothing you can do. Is that what you want to hear from me? That's nobody wants workers like that. Can you imagine now you are a boss now? Okay, you're a boss now when you go to work. And then you have 200 workers like that. Think carefully. Every day is demoralizing. Debbie is complaining every day. Debbie will tell me, oh, sir, you know, this is everything is so difficult. This is that, difficult. What is difficult? What is difficult? Your boyfriend is handling you, Debbie. Your boyfriend is handling you. You are difficult and he's managing you. That's difficult. And he did it. He did it. You are difficult. For those people that have husband, wife, girlfriends, boyfriends, these people are managing you. You are difficult. What makes you think that you are easy? So you see, everything is in the fucking mind. Think carefully. I want everybody to think carefully. Like some of you are really ugly. I'm sorry to say that. I know I sound a bit crude and a bit mean, but at least I'm being honest. There are a lot of famous ugly actors in the world. So what the fuck are you talking about? If you go to China, if you go to www.com, China businessman looks, 99% of them are ugly and fat. And they are the billionaires of China. So what the hell are you talking about? If you say looks is so fucking important, why are there so many rich, ugly looking China people in China? So how is it possible that what you are saying is true? You see, the whole issue of why the whole world is in a shit place now is because most people in the world want to bring the whole world down. Like a lot of you want cheaper housing, right? Who wants cheaper housing? Put up your hands. Like house price that are cheaper. Yeah, you see, everybody put up your hands, right? Let me explain to you something. If all the houses in the world, the prices goes down, you will see 80% of the homeowners commit suicide. And your house will have no value. Do you want to buy a house that has no value? Think carefully. Yeah, I know houses are expensive now. I get it. But there's a reason. Because there's a value. So imagine if you buy a house at $10 per pop. What kind of value do you think you will have? That's the problem. The problem is when bosses hire people today. They are no longer looking for education. They are no longer looking for skill sets because you can learn things. You can learn how to speak American if you want to. Because an American made fun of you on YouTube by trying to sound like you, and they try to be racist. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. But why you have difficulties is because you want the world to accept you. So let's go back to you. Why are you special? Why are you special? Tell me. Why should the world listen to you? Why are you special? Because you dye your hair yellow? You put on a tie in a suit and a jacket and you look good and that's special? Or Debbie, you have beautiful glasses. Your glasses is beautiful. That's why you're special. Listen, the key word is attitude. Attitude. Believe me. Attitude. I'm an employer. Okay. When I hire people, I don't look really into their skill sets or experience. I look at their attitude. Attitude is the key for all employment. If you have a great attitude, trust me, all bosses want to hire positive, great attitude workers. Okay, there's a term called team plus culture. Now in my company, I focus on team and our culture. If Mr. Govind, can you wave to everybody? If Govind is Govind is a master's student, Okay, I have no fucking idea where he graduated from. I really don't care. Really, I don't care. I only care about his attitude towards the work. If he's going to tell me that everything is difficult, think carefully now. If I give COVID one assignment, sir, it's so difficult, I cannot do. I give him another assignment, sir, it's so difficult, I cannot do. If I give him another assignment, sir, it's so difficult, I cannot do. I hire him for what? To do what? If he's a beautiful woman, maybe I hire him just to look at him. Unfortunately, he's not beautiful. To do what? To teach me how to speak Indian accent English? He's one of them with the heavy Indian accent. Just for information, he's one of them. Yeah, it's true. If you, he types beautiful English. His English is no problem. It's only when he speaks, I really cannot fucking understand him. He's one of the culprits. So I told him, yeah, it's unfair. Yes, it's true. I am making fun of your English. I am. And I really don't understand. Whether I make fun or I don't make fun, I really don't understand. That's what I told him. So you want your boss to change his English so that he can understand you, or you're supposed to change your English so that he can understand you? You see, I truly believe, despite all the problems that the world is facing now, there are still a lot of good job opportunities. It's the us versus them theory. So who is us and who is them? Them is you. Us is me. Right? So the more negative you are, the more bullshit you give, the more rubbish you're telling me, more job opportunity for me. Now you understand what I'm saying? Now you understand what I'm saying? The more you behave like all the fucking people that are idiots, more job opportunity for me. I love it. The dumber you are, I love it. So when you see from my point of view, you start to realize that it's so easy to kick your ass. So can you imagine now that on Monday, I'm going to work in the same company that you are working at? I'm going to kick your ass. Really, I am. I swear, you are not going to beat me at work, man. I'm going to kick your ass. Don't you understand? So when you look at things negatively, you don't see anything. Now, I repeat again. Wendy, you're working, right? You're working on Monday, right? You are. Sally, you're working on Monday? Yes, you are, right? Sherelle, you're working on Monday? Yes, you are. Miss Trang, you're working on Monday? Yes, you are. Imagine me at the workplace with you now. Man, I'm going to kick your ass. There are so much job opportunities for me. Really, I'm telling you. There are so much job opportunities for me. It's us versus them. You have to make sure that you are in the us category. You as a us category. Why? Because if you are in the us category, you see things differently. You go to work, like when I go, and if you have this opportunity to see me do presentation to clients, I love it when I have competitors doing presentation with me to get a customer. I fucking love it because I know if I'm the first presenter, he's gone. He's gone because nobody will listen to him after my presentation. And usually when I go to universities to do talks or some sales pitch in some big companies, they will usually invite 5 groups of people. So if they put me as the number one the first person to do the presentation, that's it. The last 4, game over. No one's going to listen to that. You know why? Us versus them. Think carefully. You are like them. And that's why you have the damn problems. Think carefully. What is a damn problems? Damn problems is no opportunities, no chance, no nothing, or life is bad, life is this, no one want to hire me. This, damn. They think that work is hard. So when you think that work is hard, where the hell do you think you're going to get opportunities from? Can you imagine Mr. Nurala, you know, when you go to work tomorrow, you think that your work is difficult. Oh, my work is so damn difficult. Of course, that's why there's no opportunities. When you think that your work is difficult, you will never get a pay raise. Because you will never be able to achieve the results that you want, your boss want, your company want. And that's why you're stuck. When you think work is easy, like me, I honestly believe that work is easy. Work is easier than handling my wife. My wife is always angry. She's the typical Chinese, you know, typical Chinese. Hey guys, please, for those who want to get married, never marry Chinese people. All right. Guys, promise me, guys, put up your hands. Swear allegiance to me now. When you want to get married, please do not marry Chinese women. Chinese women are crazy and angry all the fucking time. And I give her money, I still have to clean toilets at home. That's the Chinese woman. Okay? Guys, promise me, promise me. If you're in love with any Chinese woman, before you get married, please break up with them. Please break up with them. All right? So you see, I think handling her is difficult. But I think work is easy. So when you think that work is easy, you're like a performance artist, you know, you're like Robert De Niro, LeBron James, you know, all those superstars in Manny Pacquiao, you know, all these people, they are very, very, you think carefully, all the famous businessmen in the world, Gordon Ramsay, you know, the master chef, Gordon Ramsay, right? Manny Pacquiao, the boxer. I think if you are into YouTubing, there's one guy called Jake Logan or Logan Paul or something like that, right? The YouTuber guy, you know, they make work look Mr. Beast. Like Mr. Beast is one of the famous YouTuber in the world now, right? They make work look so easy because like Jay-Z, you know, Jay-Z, Kanye West, you know, all those famous rapsters, you know, they make work so easy. If some of you like gaming, I believe that some of the younger people here will like gaming. You see all those guys that play games on laptops, computers, they make work so easy because to them, it is not work. Think carefully. Look at all the famous people at work. It looks so easy for them, right? Right? You go to see the famous Hollywood star. How the fuck did this idiot make $20 million in a movie? And he's uglier than you. How did that happen? Right? Correct. Don't you understand? I know I sound a bit unrealistic. Like some of you will think that I'm crazy. You think that, what this Chinese guy is talking about, right? It sounds so fake. Let me explain to you. It is that easy. Like for example, there's a guy called Harold Bedia. Harold Bedia look like a fitness freak. He look like a guy that go exercise all the time and go to gym all the time. Look at his body. Show me your muscles, Harold. Come on, show me your muscle. Come on, put the arm like that. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. You can see there's a gym guy. Right, Harold, look at him. He's a gym guy. So when we see him, oh, I want to build muscles. Oh, it's so difficult. It's so difficult. Oh, why is he carrying all those weights? You know, he's running the track. He's like waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning, going to exercise, 200 push-ups, 3,000 sit-ups. It looks so difficult. But to Harold, it's like going to toilet to take a shit. This is how easy for him. So to him, that's easy. It's super easy. Why? Because he thinks that going to gym is not working. So that's how people cannot progress. Some of you are older. Some of you are stuck in a job for 10, 15, 20 years. You fucking hate your job. Your job salary did not increase, and you are stuck and you cannot grow. Why? Because all the time you think that your work is difficult. Man, if you tell me to be a chef, I think I can be a chef. Hey, let's imagine Danilo is the chef. Hey, why would I lose to him? Why? I have 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, 1 nose, 1 brain. Why would I lose to him? Why would I lose to him? Now, seriously, again, let me give you one more advice. Work is just an action. You have to treat work naturally. Like me, I'm a natural when it comes to work. This is a true story. I came to the office today at 6 a.m. Just like Harold went to the gym at 6 a.m. Okay? But Harold hates work. I like work. Work is like him going to the gym. So you know what happened? Hey, I have 100 staff. Debbie, I have 100 staff. Do you understand, Debbie? Okay. You know what I did this morning? I washed, true story, I washed the toilet mat, and our front entrance mat. Wash it. Not only that, I washed my meeting room. I sweep my meeting room. I mop my meeting room. I clean my office. I sweep my office. I mop my office. And finally, I clean our office toilet. Govid, if I get you to clean my toilet, will you say no to me? Govid, if I say, Govid, please go and clean my toilet, will you say no to me? Govid, do you fucking understand my English? Where are you? Will you say no to me? You won't, right? Correct. So why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? You know why? Because it's no big deal. It's no big deal to me. Everything is an action. Everything. Everything is an action. To me, it's no big deal. So I clean my mat. Oh, our toilet mat was so dirty. I squat down, take a fucking brush and brush it. So hand, brushing, typing, what's the difference? What's the difference? Chopping vegetables, that some of you might be kitchen assistant, chopping vegetables, typing, brush, washing the mat. What's the difference? What's the difference? Hand motion. It's your mind. It's your mind. It's your mind. Everything is in your mind. How you look at things is based on the way you think. And not only that, I swear to God, if Govid, and this is how crazy Govid's boss is. If Govid want to create a challenge, he say, boss, I want to challenge you to clean the toilet. I said, Govid, bring it on, man. I'll make sure I'll kick your fucking ass. I'll make sure the toilet is much cleaner than you're cleaning the toilet. What's the big deal? What is the big deal? What is the big deal? The reason why you're not progressing is because you think that everything is a big deal. You truly believe that everything is a big deal. It's not. It's not. That's why I always tell COVID, even if our company collapsed today, I will never be jobless. Never. Bosses love people like me. Think carefully. Bosses love people like me. If you are a boss today, wouldn't you want to hire me? Us versus them. Yes, it's true. The number of jobs that exist on this earth is getting lesser. That is true. It's true. Yes, some of the countries that you are from is corrupted. That's true. Yes, it's true. Some of the country, like for example, you're from Myanmar, the army occupation is there, right? It's true, right? These are not fakes or true story. And you want me to agree with you? Oh, that's it, man. Army occupancy, Myanmar, game over. Game over. All of us should stop working now and start begging on the streets. Is this what you want from me? Is this what you want from me? Seriously, is that what you want to hear from me? Yeah, game over. That's it. Oh, yeah, Sri Lanka is bankrupt. That's it. Game over. Oh, game over. Pakistan is going to bankrupt soon. Game over. Is that what you want to hear from me? See, everything is in your brain. It's in your brain. Really, it is. When I look at COVID and I cannot understand his English, some bosses will get angry. But I don't, because he's from India. His English is supposed to be worse than mine. What's the big deal? He better do something about it. The key is not about whether his English is shit or good. The key is when you know that you're shit in something, what are you going to do about it? Come back to point number 5. What are you going to do about it? Now I have make fun of you, right? Yes, I throw racist remark. I made fun of you. I tease you. I make you look stupid, right? Yes or no? So there's only 2 reactions after tonight's training. First reaction, you get angry. Oh, this Chinese idiot, he shouldn't talk to me like that. And you go to put Facebook about me being stupid. Yep, option number 1. What you can do, huh? That's what you can do. Yeah, you can do. COVID, you can put on Facebook and talk shit about me, COVID. That's what you can do. Yeah, you can do that. Yes, you can. I cannot stop you. And after talking shit about me, and did Jesus come down and give you $50,000? COVID, did Prime Minister Modi wrote a letter of apology to you? Did President Biden came down and defend your freedom? Did Vladimir Putin give you $3 million to run a business operation for him in Russia? Correct. So after what has said and done, option number 1, 80% of the people in the fucking world will go on Facebook to talk shit. To talk shit. And after talking shit, what do they get in return? Nothing. They get something. More talking shit friends. That's what they got. more talking shit friends. That's what they got. So you have a lot of group, a community of people talking shit. And they high-five each other. Yeah, I talk shit. Yeah. Yeah. They send like to each other's Facebook. You're right. My prime minister sucked. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. And what? And what? Nothing. Nothing. And nothing. Yes, nothing. Really, and nothing. So that's problem option number one. Option number two, you do something about it. You see, I've been giving all this stupid training for months now. How many of you really listen? Every time when I finish a training, this is a true story, I get super positive remarks. Oh, Mr. Ma, best trainer ever. Thank you, Mr. Ma. You have changed my life. Ta, 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 ta. Wow, so many positivity. And you think I'm happy? No, because talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. You have to do something about it. That's why people go for training. People that go for training, it's not to see my beautiful face. It's not to listen to my jokes. It's not to be entertained by me. It's because you are going to do something about it. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do something about it. You're going to tell yourself, stop thinking like this. You're going to tell yourself, I don't want to behave like this. You're going to tell yourself, yes, I really believe in what Mr. Ma is talking about it, and I'm going to stick to this plan, and I'm going to deliver what he's saying. Action plan. Action plan. And for those people, a special bonus round. For those people that have no jobs today, okay, for those people who are unemployed today, get out from your house. Do you understand? Get out from your fucking house. It doesn't matter what job it is. You need to start from somewhere. Whether it's a restaurant job, take it first. Whether it's a toilet cleaning job, take it first. Whether it's a simple, very basic admin job, take it first. Whether you're selling mobile handphones, take it first. Take it first. You have to get yourself rolling first. Because if you are not rolling, rolling, just like you can ask Harold. Harold's a gym guy, right? You got to go to the gym first, right? Every day I want to keep fit. Every day I want to have this six-pack. Nothing's going to happen. You've got to do something. You got to start something. Do not wait for the perfect job. Why? Because you're not perfect. How do you expect the perfect job to go to you when you yourself are not perfect? But you need to do something. Something is important. Something is learning. While you work, you are learning. While you work, you are practicing. When you work, you are meeting new people. Who knows? Maybe while you're working in a restaurant as a barista, a rich, handsome man come to your cafe and he fall in love with you, and then you get married and you don't have to work anymore. Right? It might happen, but you must get yourself out. Nothing is happening if you overthink. You must put yourself in the firing line. You know what's the firing line? Like COVID, come back to COVID. COVID, wave to everybody again. Okay, now let me explain to you. Now, I want to use him as an example. COVID, I can tell you to COVID The first time when I met Govind, oh God, he's arrogant. Arrogant, he thinks that his master's is something special, all these things. He have this problem, right? So I remember Govind is a shy guy. He's also a very, very shy guy. Quiet, don't want to talk, shy, I think he didn't work for 2 years or something, if I'm not wrong, right? So very shy and things like that. So when we first gave him our job, he was reluctant because he was scared. You understand? He's afraid, just like a lot of you are afraid. Oh, this job is not suitable for me. Then I told Govind, what the fuck are you talking about? What job is suitable for you? Your English is terrible. Your master's is useless. You last 2 years you didn't work. What? Do what? What are you gonna do? I told him. So I told him, just shut up. Put yourself in the firing line. Okay, what's the firing line? The firing line means, if you don't put yourself in at the beginning of the fire, you will never know how good you can be. You will never know. How do you know that Mr. Kong Ming Meat cannot be the next big boss restaurant guy? Do you know, Mr. Kong? You fucking do not know unless you do something about it. How do we know that Mr. Shakawat Hossein is not the new top salesperson in the world? How will we know? How will we know? We wouldn't know unless you put yourself in the firing line. The firing line. You have to put yourself in the firing line. That is where the things will test you. Only when you are under test, you can truly believe how great you can be. If you are not willing to take tests, this is who you are today. So Govind took the test. He speaks to people from Vietnam. He speaks to people from Turkey. He speaks to people from China. He speaks to people from Myanmar, and his English is terrible. And because he always, and this is a true story, something impresses me about, just to give him compliment. This is a true story. A few weeks ago, there was a strike in India. Okay, if you look at the news, right, there was a protest in India. So parts of the Indian provinces, they shut down the internet because they're worried that the protests will go to violence, you see. So Govind is working from home. He needs internet to work. Yes, he can tell me his story. Sir, internet down, I cannot work. But because Govind understands our culture, okay, Govind deliberately shift to his friend's place at a different province or different state, and that state has internet. Do you think I will keep him? Of course I will. Normal people will say, oh, internet breakdown. Let's wait until 2 weeks when the internet resumes. He didn't do that. Because he understands that his role is important. It's not about him. It's about the team. His attitude. So he doesn't think it's a big deal. Travel to another interstate, he doesn't think, some of you think it's a big deal. Oh, if I travel interstate, I'll miss my children, I'll miss my family. How's the room like that? How is this going to be? Blah, 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 right? That's why you react, right? Govind doesn't give a shit because he understands this attitude thing. You go over there. Yeah, and guess what, Debbie, guess what? Because of me and our organization and his wonderful attitude, he managed to buy a land in India last year. Right, Govind? Previously, no girls want him. Now he's an Indian guy at the age of 27 years old that owns a land. Believe me, his price went up. His price went up. There are a few Indian girls that are interested in him now. Right, Govind? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, really, seriously. Man, do not think that, like Govind no longer think this is work anymore. Seriously, because if he thinks that it is work, he will not travel interstate. He will not. But he will travel interstate for his mother. That's what he will do. When you don't feel natural, every job that you do, every work that you're going to have, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be difficult. And there's no way you can progress. All right, guys, clear? Do you understand? I hope you understand. Oh God, if not, I just speak 2 hours of nonsense. If you don't understand, I'm in trouble now. Okay, that means I've been talking shit for 2 hours for no particular reason. All right, so please understand this. Believe me. Yes, it's true. I know it's not easy. I didn't say it was easy. Okay, and I know it's difficult, but the only way to secure yourself to be great jobs and work, it's the us versus them theory. You cannot be like them, because once you are them, you have the damn money. You know, the damn money, the damn position, the damn progress, the damn problems. You have to be us. So if you're like us, you will have the us money, us progression, us possibilities, us this, us that. And it's true. Unfortunately, in today's world, for you to progress, you need to take this job from someone else. Do you understand? Just like if you want to replace Govind, Govind must die, right, Govind? He's not going to resign, Debbie. So if you want this job, you have to practically fly to India and murder him. He's not going to resign. You understand? So that's the us versus them story. So that's how I look at jobs in today's situation. The days of you sending resumes, hoping that you can get a good job from America is coming to an end. America is struggling. You understand? The days that you hope that your boss will promote you is gone, because bosses today like to cut costs. So you have to be so special that the boss know that you are the most important person in that organization. Us versus them. And you cannot be stressed about work. What is work? Like some of you are stressful in cleaning toilets. What is stress? That's not stress. Right? Using a brush, laptop, same. Fingers. You use your fingers, right? You use the brush to scrub the toilet, right? You use your fingers to type on the computers. It's an action. Finger action. That's it. It's a finger action. So be natural at your work. And I promise you, if you follow my instructions today, I promise you, your life will be totally different. And this is a thing that I always tell people. Your world will never change if you don't change the way you think. This is important now. Your world will never change if you don't change the way you think. All right. Understand? Put a thumbs up so that I know you understand. So that I don't look stupid for 2 hours. Okay. So you understand? Good. Okay. Again, we have come to the end of the training. So what's going to happen now, as usual, you are allowed to ask questions. Okay. So please type on the chat box below. Okay, and if you have any other questions, I can try my best to answer all your questions. Okay, so let's go. All right, if you have any questions, please ask on the bottom so that I can help you guys. Dun, 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 dun. Any questions? Oh, no questions today. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Miss Tusa. Anyone else question? Thank you for this talk. Thank you. Thank you. Really no questions? Man, give me a difficult question, man. I accept that all are attitude. Yes, it is. You know why? Do you know why? Do you know why I'm forcing you? I'm practically forcing you to accept attitude. Because you have nothing else. You have no choice. Don't you understand? Sometimes in life, we do things that we don't like to do. It's because we don't have a choice. Just like the only way that's coming out from your life is your attitude. Nothing else. Seriously, you have nothing else to offer. That's the truth. You see, so why do you think that you have many things to offer when you don't? Like me, when I was at your age, I have nothing to offer. Nothing. What? My education? I'm shit in school. What? My job experience? I didn't work. Right? What? My English is worse than Govi's English 20 years ago. So what do I have to offer? Nothing. I have nothing to offer. Don't you understand? So the key thing is the only thing you have in your tools is your attitude. Your attitude, your willingness to change. Okay? All right. Let's see what other questions do you guys have, huh? I was late, but can I still join the first week class this July? I'm not sure, Miss Morricone. Please contact the consultant and then the consultant can help you, okay? Thank you so much, thank you. How much you evaluate fun in workplace and how it changed negative attitudes of employees to good ones, and important to boss only to use fun in this organization to grow. Now, fun. Fun. Okay. This is a very challenging problem. If you make the company too fun, people will be disrespectful. If you make the company too boring, people will think that working for you is going to be crappy. And if you make the work too fun sometimes, not every people in the world like to have fun. You understand? There are some people that are very serious. They don't like fun. So there is no right answer for this question. Ultimately, the key, I only can give you two answers. The first answer is yes, sometimes we need to have fun, right? Fun makes people relax more, makes people bond with each other more. So I just give you one good example. Like my company. My company, I believe in three keywords: leadership, discipline, bonding. Leadership means all the bosses, managers, supervisor must know what the fuck they are doing. Okay, there is no way you can come to my company, be a manager just because you have some manager experience in some companies. It's not going to work like that. That means the managers must be able to know exactly what people are doing, and they must be able to do themselves. Okay, like for example, I can clean the toilet. So if I get Govi to clean the toilet, he cannot bitch. So that's me, leadership. Number two, I believe in discipline. Discipline will always outweigh talent. Okay, no matter how talented you think you are, trust me, just based on talent gets you nowhere. The key to a successful career or any jobs or any business in the world is discipline. Discipline is not punctuality. Discipline is when I said I want to do something, I will do it. That's it. No negotiation. Okay. Last, bonding. That's where the fun part comes in. Bonding is important. Why? I always try my best to bond with my staff, get to know them, get to know their families, have dinner together, have lunch together. Bonding is important is because sometimes there's a lot of people that don't want to open up. Understand? So when you don't open up, you don't even know what you did wrong and what you did right. Okay, as long as there's no personal, it's so-called personal feelings. So what is personal feelings? Example, if I tell Govik, you are dumb ass. Again, Govik will have two reactions. The first reaction, he will go to my Facebook and talk shit about me. The second reaction, he will think, maybe I am a dumbass. I need to do something about it. So bonding is to make sure where there are no ill feelings. Just like today, I make fun of you, I make fun of myself, I talk bad about you, I talk bad about myself as well, you see. So people must have, bonding is about open mind. Once you have an open mind, you start to think, yeah, what happened if I am a dumbass, right? Wendy, what happened if you are a dumbass? Oh God, right? Thank God for Mr. Ma. He revealed it to me, right? Maybe, you understand? So that's what bonding is. Bonding is important. So I think that bonding is more important than fun. Fun is how we work together, right? So how the teamwork works. So if you work in a company that has a lot of leaders, good discipline, a good bonding experience, I believe that work will be fun. Okay. And I mean, work will be enjoyable. I use the word enjoyable. Okay. What are the things that we must consider before changing our present jobs or declining a new job offer? Now, you have to ask yourself this question: what do you want? Okay, what do you want in life? Like, I give you several examples. A high-paying job might not be the job that you want. Like, a lot of people want high-paying job, but high-paying jobs needs a lot of commitment. Okay, some of you love jobs that suits you. Maybe some of you just don't want to change, but there's nothing wrong with that, huh? There's nothing wrong with that. You just want to be in your comfort zone and do the things that you like. Some of you want the free time, but some of you do part-time job not because you love the part-time job. It's because the part-time job allows you to have more free time with your family. So there is no exact answers for this. But for me, because I'm Chinese, I'm sorry again if I offended you guys. Chinese people don't care. It's about the money. Okay, man, I don't care if I hate the job. It pays good, I'll be there. Okay, that's me. All right, the Chinese people are like that. All right, you understand what I'm saying? I don't care if you like me or not. If the money is good, I will be there. Okay, so that's the Chinese people. So to me, from a personal point of view, I'm very straightforward. Money. If you want me to go to Turkey, if there's money there, I'll be in Turkey. if you want me to go to Africa and the money is there, I will be in Africa. Okay, so for me it's a bit different. For me, because I'm Chinese, I'm sorry if you think that Chinese are superficial idiots. Yep, we are. Okay, I'm sorry, we are. All right, we are. Okay, I admit it. We are. Okay, so that's me. Okay, so but you have to get your priorities correct. Once your priority is set, focus on that. If you want a part-time job so that you can be a better mother, focus on that. Okay, so that's it depends on individual people. Like me, it's about the money. It's about the greed. Man, my wife is expensive. That's why I have to work. Chinese wives are expensive. Guys, listen. Promise me don't marry Chinese people. Promise me. Okay, don't fuck around. Don't promise me. Okay, promise me. No, you'll be broke. Believe me, if you marry Chinese people. Okay, promise me. All right, good. So so that's me. That's me. So yeah, I mean that's me. But there's no right or wrong. Okay, but do not think that money is the root of all evil. It's not. It's how you use money that determines what kind of person you are. Of course, if you use money arrogantly, you're an asshole. But if you use money to build companies, to give people more jobs, that's a good cause for money, right? So do not think that money is a bad thing. It is not. You understand? It's how you use money that determines who you are, okay? I want to work in your company. How are we going to go about it? It's true that we are going to hire people soon, but then the first priority will go to our customers. Our customers means you are an existing student, an existing client, because there's a lot of our customers that have no jobs as well. So the first priority will go to our existing customers. Like for example, Mr. Henry. Yeah, where's Mr. Henry Levy? Yeah, I know he's our customer. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do, okay? Thank you, I learned a lot as a production manager. Thank you so much. I'll try to forget my all reasons to do next step to my goal. Thank you, sir, for simple explanation. Yeah, it is, you know, man, life is simple. You understand? Life is simple. Man, to me, it's very simple. Okay, just like the guys, the males are. If you want to marry a beautiful, sexy, pretty model girlfriend, you better have money. It is that simple. Girls, if you want a guys that will be like your slave, marry the ugly man. Ugly man will kiss your ass every day. He will clean your toilets. He will wash your floor. He will bring you out every day for lunch. Believe me. You see, it is that simple. Life is really simple. Why life is difficult is because you made it difficult. Think about the world's problems. What is the world problem? The world problems are caused by man. It's not caused by God. It was caused by men and women. And it's also men and women that can provide solutions for the world. Just like, who's going to stop the Ukraine war? Humans. Humans create Ukraine war. Humans can stop the Ukraine war. Who's going to solve COVID? Humans. Who's going to increase jobs? Humans. So keep it simple. Sir, you need my WhatsApp number. I can't give you my WhatsApp number because if I give my WhatsApp number, my wife will complain. But what I can do is I can give you my Instagram account, which COVID, please tap my Instagram account there and my Facebook account, okay? But again, because I have a lot of people that wants to friend me, so sometimes it will take me a longer time to look at your messengers, okay? So please take note about that. Thank you for your precious time and tell us these useful nuggets. Yes, I hope, again, Miss Irene, it will only be useful if you implement it. You understand? It will only be useful if today you listen to me and later you're going to do it. It will be absolutely nothing if you listen to me, you give me a good positive feedback, and you don't do shit. You'll be useless. Understand? Okay, good. How can I answer the question? I received my BizTalk. My name is wrong. Yeah, it's okay, Debbie. You may send Debbie Bajau. COVID, you saw the remark, right? The certificate name is wrong. So can you help him later? All right. Okay. I have a question. What is your biggest weakness? How do you overcome them? Now, I have 3 big weaknesses, and I'm going to review to you now. Weakness number one, I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I know I don't look like one, but I am. Number two, I sometimes like to make decisions with my heart, which I don't think is correct. Number three, I can be aggressive. Okay. In a few months' time, you will not be able to see me because I might need to go to jail for assault charge that I committed last year. This is a true story. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I'm too aggressive. When I see idiots I cannot stand, I will just jump on him. And this is a true story. Okay. So I don't want to lie to you. In a few months' time, there's a high chance that I will need to go to jail for 14 days in Singapore because of an assault charge. Now, how do I overcome all these problems? Okay, this I'm going to share you now. Number one, laziness. Now, I always volunteer for things. Okay, it's true story. Like I always volunteer for work because I know, because the more you know, the lazier you know you are, the more you need to volunteer for work. Because the more you commit, the chances of you being lazy will be lesser. You understand? You get my point? Right? Because the reason why you're lazy, because you had nothing to do. So the more you commit to your friend, commit to your mother, commit to your whoever it is, in order for you not to be lazy. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, sometimes I make decisions from my heart. Like the last 2 years, during COVID, where my company lost millions of dollars, I did not retrench anyone. That was a big business mistake. Really a big business mistake. Yes, people will look at me, oh, but you're a good guy. Fuck, man, it's not about good guy or bad guy. It's about a business. So when you run a business, you cannot bring personal feelings into it. So this is a bit of challenge. So what I usually do is every morning, this is what I do every morning when I wake up. I will play a YouTube statement. Like on YouTube, you know, there's a lot of speeches, motivation talks, and things like that, right? So I will choose a guy from Shark Tank. Shark Tank is Robert Kirshvek. He's from Shark Tank, the TV program Shark Tank. So he mentioned about speaking from your heart. So every morning when I wake up, I play this video because sometimes we need good reminders every day. Lastly, my aggressive nature. I can be a bit aggressive. So I have a staff, which COVID knows. Her name is Ming Yue. Ming Yue is from China. She's my staff from China, and she's with me for 12 years now. Every time where I have an important meeting that I will I will be aggressive because I know myself very well, I will always bring her along for the meeting. You understand? I always bring her along for the meeting so that my aggression will tone down because she's always there. So she's like my comfort blanket. You understand? Now, the reason why I have the assault charge is because somebody scolded her. A customer scolded her, and I can hear from my office. And I went there, and that guy said something really stupid, and I jumped on him. So that was a mistake. So like just like some of you, you know, like some of you, especially the guys, if you know you're lazy, marry earlier. Because once you marry earlier, you have commitments. You will not put yourself in a lazy situation. You see? So that's how I overcome my 3 weaknesses. Okay. The certificate matters. Please contact our people. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Not the leadership to discipline and bonding, not modeling. Miss Sokana, Miss Effie, is bonding, B-O-N-D-I-N-G, bonding, all right? You are right, no business will prosper if you cannot discipline your behavior. That is true. Yeah, I mean, life is like that. Discipline is a word that people do not want to use because discipline is ugly. It's not sexy. It's nasty. It's tough. It's hard. You see, but in life, sometimes, whether we are happy or not happy, we still need to do the shit work. You understand? We still need to do the shit work. Just like if you have a baby. A baby is cute. He's laughing all the time. He's smiling all the time. So the baby is cute. But when the baby shit all over the place, are you going to run away from your baby? No. The discipline is like cleaning the shit of the baby. The baby will make you happy and the baby will make you cry. It comes with it. Just like a relationship. Like for those people who are married today, the key is not about love all the time. You understand? I love my wife. It's not about love all the time because that's impossible. How can you be so loving? Right? So when you're married, the shit will come along as well. It's not the love that you have to worry about. It's the shit that comes along. How are you going to handle the shit? That's discipline. Whether we like it or not, like I always tell people, running a business is hard. Working for people is hard. Being poor is hard. Working hard to earn a lot of money is also hard. That's discipline. You still need to do it. Okay, next question. Greetings from Malta. Yeah, hi, Arina from Malta. Sometimes when we apply the job, it is not enough only with CV, but also application form. However, we are expert in writing. Our skill is the main. Is it agree? Okay, listen. This is a terrible, terrible situation if you email your CVs. It's hard to get a job through emailing now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to bullshit you. It's really, really hard. Because for every single job that is available, that is considered a good job, that HR will have 5,000 emails. And because HR managers usually are fucking lazy, they are not going to print 5,000 resumes and read. Okay? Let me explain to you one more time so that you understand what I'm saying. To get a job through sending resume is difficult. That's why a lot of you have been sending resumes and you get nothing. It's because, especially good jobs. So a lot of people have been emailing Samsung. A lot of people have been emailing Apple. A lot of people have been emailing, like Google or all these big giant companies that most people on this earth want to work for. It's difficult. Okay, the reason is because the HR will receive 5,000 CVs a day. 5,000, not 500, not 5,000. So most HR will press delete. So if you want to get a good job, my advice, this is the Chinese style, the China people. I'm not from China, but this is the China people style. Networking. Networking means, example, if Gladys wants a job in Samsung, maybe Debbie is working in Samsung. You be Debbie's best friend. Kiss her ass, I don't care. You understand? So that Debbie can bring you to Samsung. Now you understand? So the chances of you getting a job is easier this way than a direct CV, emailing thingy. Unless you're super qualified. If you're super qualified, then things are different. So if you're just a normal person, my advice is find out what your friends are doing. Okay, I'm sorry, this is a very strategic move. Like get to know what they're doing and be their BFF. But be a real BFF. Okay, be a real sincere friend. Don't just make use of him to get a job and that's it. Okay, be a good friend to her or him and get him to help him. Get him to help you to get a job in the companies that you want if he's working for them. But you still have to be a good friend to him so that he doesn't feel that he's been used. You understand? Okay. Next question. Okay, this is my email. Okay, I think we need to stop being so sensitive at work sometimes. We need to accept the fact that we need to go out from our comfort zone. It's like a war zone. Yeah, you're right, Judy. Yeah, one of the biggest issue with people, it's people are always very sensitive. Oh, God. Very emotional, very defensive. Man, let me explain something to you. I go to a lot of business meetings. And when you go to a business meetings with the bosses and the doors are closed and it's only me and the boss, man, the boss will swear all the time. Okay, if you cannot take swearing, like some of you cannot take swearing, I know, come on, I know some of you are very sensitive and very, very civilized. This is not the world for a civilized person. It's not. It's really not. Politics is dirty. Business is dirty. Even religion groups today is also dirty. You understand? So rather than running away from shit, you must learn how to love shit. Now you understand? But rather than running away from stress, why not have the ability to learn how to love stress? Stress is my friend. Every morning when you wake up, stress is my friend. Shit is my friend. And trust me, your life will get a bit easier. Okay? Now, good. I'm sorry. Okay, I cannot write Chinese, although I'm a Chinese, because I cheated in my Chinese exams. It's true. When I was in my primary school days, I didn't study well and I cheated in my English test, my Chinese test, maths test. And that's why maths, when it comes to maths, I do not know how to do fractions. I only know how to do plus, minus, multiply, and divide, and that's it. True story. I was cheating in my school all the way, and I quit high school at year 2. So even you write Chinese, I cannot. English is because the last 20 years, I've been, learning. Last 20 years I've been learning, English as I go along. So my English is getting better every day. Okay. Next question. Okay. I believe that healthy working environment contributes to the productivity of the people. Now, man, again, I'm sorry to tell you that 90% of the companies in the world have shitty working environment. Okay, you know why? Because 90% of the people in the world are shitty, like us. We are emotional. We are crazy. Some of you are assholes. Yeah, some of you are really assholes. Okay, you know who you are, right? You know who you are, man. Some of you are arrogant. Some of you are ignorant. Hey, man, how are you going to have a healthy working environment if you have humans? The best healthy working environment if you work with dogs. Dogs are the most loving creatures on this earth. So unfortunately, you're working with humans. So please, rather than searching for the healthy working environment, which is very, very difficult to find because humans always cause shit. Can you imagine all the people here now? What happened if Miss Giselle is an asshole? What happened if Miss Wendy is crazy? What happened if Miss Sherelle is super emotional? What happened if Miss Lorena Patricio is super drama? What happened that Miss Afi is very scheming? What happened if Mr. Iro, is very male chauvinist pig, right? What happened if Miss Tan is crazy? There you go, a toxic working environment. So you can never escape. You can never escape from a toxic working environment. The key is not to take it personally. That's the key. You cannot make things personal. That's very, very important. That's an old Italian mafia term, right? It's not personal. It's just business. No, but he didn't murder your pet dog, all right? He did not murder Giselle's pet dog, right? He didn't go to Wendy's house and kidnap her husband. They didn't do that. So you shouldn't make it personal. And now, yeah, it's true that I'm strong, but you have to work towards it. I wasn't born strong. Hey, I might go to jail, in a few months' time. So if I'm strong, I will not be going to jail. So we are humans. Humans always make mistakes. There's nothing wrong with that. You will continue to make mistakes. I will continue to make mistakes. The key is never repeat your mistakes. That is the key. And it's also really, really hard. So you have to work on it. You see, the key, I think a lot of people here don't understand. The key is not to be ready now, because as humans, we can never be ready. The key is to continuously to improve yourself every day, and the only day you can stop is the day you die. That means there's no end product. You understand? There's no end product. It's always product development. Every day you're going to develop until the day you die. That's it. That's the end day. That's the end game. So we are not Apple phone. You develop Apple, it's not like that. You're not a product. You're a human. So the key is to continuously to develop until the day you die. Just like me, every day I'm trying my best to learn new things. I swear to God, every day I spend 15 to 30 minutes a day to learn new things. Every day, this is my routine. Every morning when I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning, I will always spend 15 to 30 minutes to look for something to learn every day. That's how you should be, okay? I have a question. What is your biggest mistake and how do you overcome that? 2 years ago, I did not retrench my staff. That was the biggest mistake. Man, I'm 46 years old now and I'm broke. I didn't expect at the age of 46 years old facing all these problems. But we are recovering. We are doing much, much better now. So we have a big forecast coming up. So that I think by the end of the year, we will do a couple of $1 million. So I'm fine with it. But the key is that was my biggest mistake. My biggest mistake was I didn't listen to my head. I listened to my heart. Now, I know a lot of people have been trained to listen to your heart. It's very subjective. You understand? But I truly believe one thing. The ability to be successful is the ability to control your mind first. You must be able to control your mind. If you cannot control your mind, nothing is going to work. So that's my belief. So how did you overcome them? Persistency. Don't give up. Don't give up. Young people today like to give up, right? You like to give up. Oh, it's so hot. I cannot take it anymore. Go to gym, it's too far. I cannot take it anymore. My boss hates me. My boss want to murder me. I cannot take it anymore. You see, man, God, listen. Okay. This is my belief. So what if I die poor? So what if I die poor? So what? What's the big fucking deal if I die poor? But I cannot don't try. I cannot don't try to be rich. I cannot. I cannot. I can die poor, but I cannot don't try not trying. You see, life is simple. There are 3 ways in life. Number 1, be shit. Number 2, be normal. Number 3, be the best. Be shit is easy. Be shit is really, really easy. Don't do anything. Be normal is also easy. Easy. What are you going to do? Be the best is difficult. It's difficult. So I choose option number 1. Be the best. What's the big deal? Right? True? Romel, what's the big deal? Huh? What's the big deal if you fucking fail, right? What's the big fucking deal? Try it. Be the best. Be the best at every fucking thing you're going to do. What's the big deal? Because it's either you be the best, be normal, be shit. 3 options. What other options do you think you're going to have? 3. Shit, normal, best. That's it. Choose one. So I choose best. So the worst case scenario, normal or shit. If I choose be shit, it still be shit, right? If I choose normal, I can downgrade to be shit. If I choose the best, I still can downgrade to be normal and downgrade to be shit. So end of the day, be shit is always the worst case scenario. So I'm mentally prepared to be shit, but I want to be the best. So that's me. Huh? It's easy to change opinion. Government worker and businessmen are different. Different opinions are different. Is it possible to become businessman? Yes. Businesswoman? Yes, it is. Anything is possible. Very simple, Miss Nazgul. Now, Miss Nazgul obviously is from Central Asia. So Central Asia origins from the Soviet Union. To me, it's very simple. When I see Russian people that can be businessmen, they have the same stupid hair that I do, the same stupid eyes that I have, the same stupid mouth that I have. So why can't I be like them? Just like some of you are from Myanmar, some of you are from Africa, some of you are from the Philippines, some of you are from India, some of you are from Malta. You see business people there, right? They exist in your country, right? They look like you, they talk like you, they dress like you. So why can't you be like them? But if you're in North Korea, it's a bit different. Okay? The only way you cannot chase your dreams and the only way, the only excuse you can have is unless you hold a North Korean passport. If you don't have a North Korean passport, there's no excuse. So remember I told you earlier on, right? I saw Americans make fun of Indians with Indian accent. Why can't the Indians speak like Americans? Someone else did it. You can do it. Unless you cannot see anything. That's different. Like if you're in Ukraine now, you cannot see anything. That's different. Okay, as long as you see there are rich people in your country, that means the possibility is still there. Okay, what do you see opportunities in investing now in cryptocurrencies? I'm not sure about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. This is too high tech for me. I'm too stupid for that. Okay, so I'm not the right person to give you advice. Huh? So I really do not buy Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So I'm sorry, I cannot give you the right advice for that. Okay. At present, I'm working in NGO by SR topic from Thailand for border areas. I'm a train. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm going. Okay. I'm a sec. Thank you. Thank you. How can we become your staff from Nigeria? You have to be our student first. That's the first priority. The first priority is our customers first, because I know that a lot of our customers have no jobs. So we want to give the first offering to our customers first. Okay. So once our customers have been told, and then second priority will be the outside people. Okay. So we were told that our postgrad course, we can come to Singapore for 3 months. Yeah, it's true. How assured could you be able to find a job there? Now, the key, okay, for those people that are currently like Sanjay Penjo, I guess you are our existing student, right? So if you are like, I think Miss Hossein is also our existing student, if I'm not wrong. I see her picture before, Miss Hossein, right? So if you are an existing student, yes, you can. You can apply for the internship program to our country. The job is 100%. Whether it's a good job or shit job, that's the problem. Whether you're a good worker or a bad worker, also the problem. Okay, the difference is because under the internship program, it's based on quota. Quota means as long as you can get approval, 100% you can apply. You understand? It's either you get reject or approve. So once you're approved, it's almost 100% unless you are the dumbest person on this earth. But then if you are the dumbest person on this earth, even aliens from Mars will not hire you. So it has nothing to do with the visa anymore. Okay? Nothing to do with the employer anymore. So it's 100%. So it's either you get approved or reject. So once you're approved, it's 100%. Okay? Okay, I'm still working. You know, Singapore employer can't, yeah, it's true. Singapore employers don't allow people to use handphones. Chinese people are like that. I'm sorry. Don't work for the Chinese, man. Work for Filipinos. Filipino can play handphone every day, but the pay is shit. See, that's life. Listen, please understand this. There's always good and bad things in any jobs in the world. Filipino workers, if you go to the Philippines, they are happy every day. Hee ha hee hee ha ha hee hee ha ha hee hee ha ha hee hee ha hee hee ha ha. But pay shit. Pay shit. Work in Singapore, work in Hong Kong, cannot play handphone. Very stressful, very, very unhappy. But pay is good. Pay is good. Okay, that's life. Work in Japan, unhappy. Work. Work in South Korea, unhappy. Work. Pay is good. Pay is good. Okay, understand? That's how the world works. You cannot have the best of everything. So if okay, so that's important. I have a friend with undergrad. He has a problem. He's able to study the interest, but the government schools. Okay. Let's put this way. Okay. If those people want to have professional jobs, like nursing or technician or engineers, like some of you want to be professionals. My advice is do both. What the fuck? Do nursing and business. All right, do both. Do engineering and business. Do both. Do both. It's true. Do both. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Like Giselle can be a nurse from Monday to Saturday. Sunday, he's learning how to fry chicken so that he can sell fried chicken to people. That's learning how to do business. What's the big deal, right? If Wendy is an engineer from Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, learn how to make cakes. Sell cakes. That's a business. What's the big deal? What's the big deal, right? You sell cakes, you get dirty. You work engineering, you get dirty. When you work as a nurse, you got to clean old people's shit up. It's also dirty. When you fry chicken, you get oily, also dirty. No big deal. Action. Remember, it's just about action. You understand? So my suggestion is don't be complacent. Do both. When you start to behave like me, when you think that work is natural, you love a lot of work. Like me, I love a lot of work. Seriously. Natural. I love work. It's like hobby. Like some of you watch TikTok videos. You like it, right? Natural. So to me, work is natural. Right? So the more you feel natural about work, the more money you will make. Trust me. You see Wendy take up 15 jobs per week. Oh shit, I love working. Wendy will take 15 jobs per week. I'm telling you the truth. So just, it's your mindset. Everything's your mindset, okay? All right, thank you for your advice. Thank you. I'm sorry I have to go. Yeah, go ahead. It's okay. You don't have to stay behind. You know, I understand some of you are working. You know, I understand that. There is no age limit for the internship. Minimum have to be 18 years old. Okay. Okay. Oh, Mary Rin, I'm sorry if you are holding a domestic helper position in Singapore. You still can apply for the internship, but the Singapore government will reject you. I'm sorry. Yeah. So you have not talked about accommodation. Is it part of the package for intern? Yeah, we don't, because accommodation is separate. You have to pay separately, but we have hostels. I know some hostel business owners. We can arrange you to stay in hostel because it's cheaper. Sir, if I'm a work permit holder, can I apply for the internship? The answer is no, because you are existing permit holder. Okay. Yes, Singaporean employer is hardworking. Every day cannot take rest. Yeah, because your salary is expensive. That's why. If you volunteer for if you convince COVID wave to everybody. If anybody can convince COVID to take a lesser pay, lesser salary, I can rest. Okay, so please convince him to take a lesser pay and I can rest. Okay. How can we find office work after 8 months of school? I will help you. Don't worry about that. Okay. That's not work, guys. Internship. Huh? If we finish the diploma program, is it must to get the internship? The answer is no. The internship is optional. Optional. You don't have to go if you don't want to. All right. All right. That's it. We have come to the end of the training. Thanks for turning up today. I hope the things that I've taught you can actually help you to grow as a person. So again, if I've offended you, some of you are very sensitive, I apologize to you, and please do not go to my Facebook and put hate comments. So I hope again I just want to let everybody know, and I want everybody to understand this. You can put 3,000 positive feedbacks about me. You can put 50 million positive comments about me. And you can put 3 billion positive shit about me. It will still be shit if you don't do anything about it. Do you understand? You understand what I'm saying? It'll still be shit if I spend 3 hours with you, sharing my love for you, talking rubbish for 2.5 hours, and then in the end, you still become like who you are tomorrow. Today is, oh, Benson is great. Benson is, yeah, I like it. Yeah. And then tomorrow you go back to become Miss Wendy Francisco. And you go back to Miss Debbie Bajau. And you go back to Miss Sukana Effie. Then it's useless. It's about different version. Version 1.1, version 1.2. If tomorrow Wendy go back to version 1.2, and Debbie go for version 1.2, and Miss Effie goes to version 1.2, things are different. You have upgraded. You understand? You're not downgrading, huh? You're upgrading. So the key thing is, no matter how much positive remarks you talk about me, no matter how much good research you're telling me, things like that. Last question. I'm doing a PhD research about implementing some fun in workplace. I need to my research broker. Could you help me? I'm sorry, man. Nobody will help you. All the bosses hate fun at work. They do, believe me. Only crazy girls like you thinking that they should be fun at work. Really, employers hate fun at work. They know that fun makes people lazy. Believe me, I hate fun at work as well. This is your research now. I give you the answer. Employers hate fun at work because fun make people lazy. Fun make people disrespectful. That's the truth. It's just like a family. Can you imagine your father is like the boss, you understand? So imagine your father go crazy. He implement fun at home. What do you think is going to happen? Yeah, correct, right? Right. Imagine those people that have husbands, like imagine Sing Lee wife, she's married, Miss Sing, maybe you're married, and then you give fun to your husband. Oh my God, I tell you, your husband will take advantage. You understand? That I'm sorry, fun at work doesn't work. Don't buy the Google shit. Google is bullshit. Okay, Google is rich. That's why they put fun at work. Man, when Google first start off, they are the fucking worst company ever. They work 16 hours per day. All those big corporations, they say, oh, fun. My company is fun. Fuck off. They are fun because they are rich. Facebook is fun. Nonsense. If you see the history of Facebook, when they first start off, the workers work 12 to 16 hours per day. But when they become multinational corporation, I think we need to incorporate fun. Oh, bullshit. That's a fucking lie. Yeah, because he want to attract all the workers to work for Facebook. You understand? And then they make us look stupid. You understand? So you understand what I'm saying, guys? So again, thanks for coming. So please remember what I'm telling you. I'm a brand CEO of Atlas Creative Company, and I learned from, good. So again, guys, listen up. Life is simple. Okay. It's hard to understand what life is about. Really, really hard. Even at my age, I'm 46, I think that life is hard to predict. It's hard to predict. So rather than try to predict your life, try to be different every day. You understand? It's like going to the gym. Like if you go to the gym, like Harold will tell you, if you go to the gym every day, your muscles are building up all the time. You don't even know it. You don't even know it, right? After 2 years, you got 6-pack, muscles and everything, right? It just grows naturally. So to me, success and life is about going to the gym. It's like going to the gym. You just got to do your brain exercise all the time. And every day you're trying your best to change a bit. You will not see the immediate results immediately. You will get to see the real results after 2 years, after 3 years, every year. And then when you have habits like that, the habits of going to the gym or the habits of being positive or the habits of getting better all the time, you start to slowly see things differently. And in 5 years' time, you can be a totally different person. You see, so that's my belief. You understand? Just like me. If you know me 10 years ago or 20 years ago, I'm totally different. Totally different. Right? So every year, if you know my journey in life, every year, if you speak to me, every single year, if you speak to me, you will see that, oh shit, Mr. Benson looks so different this time. Man, he is so different this time. Every year is so different this time. You see? So that, remember, it's not like an exam. Life is not like an exam, like I pass this test, I get this certificate, and that's it. It's not like that. Life is about doing better all the time. Doing better all the time. That is what you should do, doing better all the time. So if you focus on doing better all the time, you will be better. And better has no end game. Do you understand? Better has no end game. That means there's no conclusion for better. Right? There's no ending word for better. Better means every day better. That's unlimited. There's no limitation of the word better. I don't believe in the word best. I believe in the word better. Because better has no limitation. No limitation means no end game. No end game. Even when if you're a woman and you give birth to children, the oldest maybe 40 years old, right? And then you have to stop. There's an end game there for women that give pregnancy, right? End game, right? But when you train your mind to be strong, there's no end game. Better. So that's how I look at life. All right. So that's it. Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys really, really soon. All right. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your week. All right. Another question. Okay, now my last two questions. Sir, we can do as working permit to join the internship. No, you can't. If you are existing work permit holder, you cannot apply for the internship. The government will not allow. But if you have never applied before, the answer is yes. Okay, last question. Increasing to do better daily basis in every single thing. Yeah, that's life, man. Why you want to be an asshole? Remember the orientation when I speak to you guys for the first time? You know exactly what the fuck is wrong with you, right? You know, right? Who doesn't know? Everybody knows what the hell is wrong with you, right? Some of you are crazy. You know that you're crazy. Afi will know that she's crazy. Wendy will know that she's emotional, right? Debbie will give me the pathetic look. You know who the hell, what's wrong with you guys? You know. You know. Everybody knows, right? Stop it. Stop all this bullshit, right? You know, the lazy people, you know who the fuck you guys are. You know. You know. Stop it. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Stop it. That's it. Just going to stop it and just move forward. Like I know one girl from the Philippines. Okay, she's one of our manager. Her name is CJ. True story of CJ. Now CJ is everyday overthinking. Typical Filipino girl. Overthinking. Some of the girls here are like that, right? Some of the guys are like that as well. Overthinking. What happened if the army control my country? What happened if inflation goes up? What happened if my grandmother got kidnapped by Russian soldiers in Russia? What the fuck has got to do with you? What's it going to do with you? And what can you do about it? If Vladimir Putin sent Russian assassins to come here and murder your whole family, and his team is really strong, the only thing you can do is defend to the death. That's it. Right? That's it. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Stop overthinking shit. Just continue to move forward. The key answer is, what is the big deal? That's the key question. What is the big deal? What's the big deal if Wendy bake cakes and try to sell on Sunday? What's the big fucking deal? What is Irene M want to sell underwear? I don't know. Irene want to sell underwear on the weekend. What's the big fucking deal? What's the big deal? Right? Right, Irene, maybe you want to sell underwear, sell men's underwear. I don't care, right? What's the big deal? What is the big deal? Think about it. What is the big deal? You understand? What is the big deal? Just that's the question. What is the big deal? You finish this diploma, pay the fucking money. What is the big deal? You want to come to Singapore internship? If you're approved, what is the big deal? If you get rejected, stay in Vietnam, work your ass off. What is the big deal? You're stuck in Pakistan until the day you die. What is the big deal? Yes, Myanmar army is controlling Myanmar now. Are they murdering citizens now? Are they bringing the Burmese people on the street and start shooting them in the head? No, you still have internet. You still can use internet. What is the big deal? Things that are beyond your control. Stop trying to control things that is beyond your control. The only thing you can control is yourself. How you look at life, how you look at things, how you manage stuff, how you perceive things. That is the only thing you can control. Yourself. You cannot control COVID, right? Look at go wave everybody. Can you control him? Look at him. Who the fuck? I can control him. Because if I don't pay him salary, he will shut the fuck up. That's the truth. You see, I can control him. Anyone else can control him? Because as long as you do not reach the top, okay, the key is about reaching the top. If you cannot reach the top, you can never control anything else. Do you understand? If you cannot reach the top, you cannot control anything. because a lot of you are not at the top. So stop trying to control the situation around you. The only thing you can control now is yourself. Now I can control COVID now. COVID, swear at me, quick. Use the F word on me. See what happened. See, he dare not. Because if you use the F word on me, he will lose his job today. There you go. See, because I'm on the top. That's how life is. Just like President Modi is on top of him. If the Indian Prime Minister want to shut down internet in his state, his internet will be shut. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. All the best to you. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, take care.